Hey there, YouTubers, unboxing video time. So this is another AsRock Mini ITX motherboard. So recently we did the Z490M, which I actually like that one quite a bit. As you can see, this one might be damaged. So I just got this in. They did not put an extra box around it, which is kind of surprising as sensitive as a motherboard is. You can kind of see, obviously, there's a label there. I'm covering up my address. Box is pretty damaged. No tape here, so if anybody wanted to get into it, they could. And so who knows what to expect when I fire this up. Good chance that, probably a better chance than not that this will end up going back because it'll be damaged or something won't work, but who knows. All right, so unboxing video. This obviously supports 10th gen Intel CPU, so Celerons, i3s, Pentiums, i5s, i7s, i9s. So let's go ahead and get it open. And looks like most of the damage is to the box. Was in an area that's probably not going to affect the motherboard, which is a good thing. And by the way, I am doing this on my stove because the yeah, you don't want to see what the rest of the apartment is looking like. They have taken away most of my items to move back to Virginia, so we don't have as much stuff. Now this is interesting. This has antennas. I could have sworn that this motherboard was not a Wi-Fi one, that it, well, I guess, hey, that's a good thing. Sometimes yours truly orders stuff and doesn't realize what he's getting. So antennas, obviously, SATA 3 connectors. Two of these. Looks like I always say, one with both straight ends and one with a 90 on one end. The ugly I/O shields. When this industry is going to do away with these things, they would be doing themselves a favor if they would. We probably will not open this. Even if I install this in a computer, I will probably leave that in the box. All right, so there's a disc. The last one had a AsRock sticker in it. And, well, you guys really don't care. I don't care either. No AsRock. Manual, light print again, but they have pretty good manuals. I will give them that. And we'll just stick that to the side. Okay, now here is the motherboard, which you guys really care about, most likely. So, yeah, I hate the fact I'm doing this on a stove. I have dishes everywhere else. Everything's a disaster. I have, let me see here. Today is the 3rd of September. I have another week in this place. And you can, let's move this over. The stove really is actually disgusting. So I cooked breakfast this morning, and there's grease all over the stove. You'd think I would know better. But sometimes you just don't. All right, so we got out of the bag. Let's get on with this. We've already wasted enough time. So obviously this is where your 10th gen Intel CPU is going to go, LGA 1200. And once again, this is B460. So what does that mean? Obviously you can't overclock. And RAM speed will be limited, i5 and below to 2666 megahertz. i7 and above will be 2933. All right. This is a bit different than the Z490. Doesn't look as sexy, I'll say, but still not too bad. I'd say we need a little more light, folks. Might as well get some light going. All right. Where shall we start? Let's start over here. So obviously PCI Express 3.0 by 16, single graphics card. Not going to be able to have, you know, expansion card slots and something like this unless you use the CPU for your graphics, right? Then you'd be able to use this for something else. This only has one M.2, where the $155 Z490M has two of those, which was a nice feature. Now, let's flip it over to make sure. Well, if I can get this stuff off the back of it. So some of these motherboards have a second M.2 underneath them, which I find pretty cool. This does not want to release. Okay, yeah, nothing on the bottom side. So just one M.2, and this isn't set up where they're stacked either. Now over here, this should be HD audio, all right, coming from your case. Cmos battery, and if you have to reset it, you're going to pop this out. Usually good to do that for, you know, anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. I have found at times where doing it for 2 seconds does not work. All right, over here, your first one is your front panel connector. So this is where you're going to see your HDD in the front, your reset switch, power LED, and your power switch here, okay? Now this is USB 2.0 behind it. 4 SATA 3 connectors here. Here is a fan header here. USB 3.0, this is going to come from your case, or if you have a card reader or something else that requires 3.0. 24-pin ATX style power supply connector. Then 2 RAM slots. So A1, B1, all right. You know, if you want to run dual channel memory, you'll want to have 2 identical sticks of RAM in here, okay? Now, let's see, what else? Talked about the M.2. So this will be NVMe SATA, most likely compatible, like my Z490 was. You've got RGB LED here, and here is, okay, so on the right, this is going to be your CPU fan header. This is another fan header, or case fan header, in case I didn't say it correctly on the other one. 1x8 CPU power connector here, and you know, that's probably about all. I think we've covered everything. Now there are some little dinky ones in here that yours truly never remembers what they are. Never uses them, but check the manual. All right, so we have HDMI, we have DisplayPort, the old style PS2. So this is a different configuration. Usually they put the PS2 by itself over here with maybe USB 2.0, but these ITX ones are, you know, they're just different. 4 USB, these are probably 3.2. I'd have to look at the manual to find out if they're like Gen 2, but this only has one LAN on it, where the Z490 has 2. So if you want to have the new quicker LAN Ethernet connector, you'll want to upgrade. Then we do have Wi-Fi on this thing, so not bad deal for, I think this was like 95 bucks. I could be wrong. Maybe it was a lot more than that. So then over here we have our audio out, headphone and microphone. And then that's going to do it, folks. I'll run the Cellphone. I think we're shooting 4K 60 FPS here, but I will run this over it so you can hopefully see stuff. And let's orient it so the text is printed right. I promise I'm not trying to drag this video out, but you know, when you're looking at those pictures on their website, you just really can't see the detail. A lot of things are just, you know, left up to the imagination. So doing this in 4K, if you got a 4K screen or TV, you'll at least be able to pause it and, like, okay, here's one thing I missed. This is for your PC speaker, okay? The 4 pins there. And if we zoom in far enough, you should be able to see which side's positive, which side's negative. Maybe not. You may have to refer to the manual. And that's all, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.